What if I told you the reason she doesn't see you as a priority has nothing to do with her and everything to do with you? You keep chasing, trying to impress her, bending over backward to fit into her world. And what do you get in return? Ghosted, ignored, pushed to the side. Here's the truth. Women don't prioritize men who don't prioritize themselves. The harder you try to win her over, the more invisible you become. But what if I told you there's a way to flip the script, without playing games, without pretending to be someone you're not? The answer isn't some pickup trick. It's a mindset, one that's been shaping powerful men for over 2,000 years. It's called Stoicism, the ability to master your emotions, control your actions, and become the kind of man women fight to be around. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Not with manipulation, not with cheap tactics, but by becoming the man you were always meant to be, the man who never gets treated like an option again. Because here's the cold, hard truth. The guys who are always available, always chasing, always seeking approval, they get left behind. Women don't respect a man who doesn't respect himself. And if you want to change the way she sees you, you have to change the way you see yourself first. So, if you're tired of feeling like a backup plan, keep watching. Because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to stop being an option and start being the priority. Number 1. Why you're always the backup. Here's the first thing you need to understand. The reason you're not a priority is because you act like you're not a priority. Period. She knows you're going to be there no matter what. She knows that if she cancels plans, reschedules, or just straight up disappears for a few days, you'll still be waiting. You're showing her that you're her safety net, the backup plan. Think about it. If you were truly valuable, would you tolerate that kind of treatment? No. Men who understand their worth don't wait around for someone who treats them like an option. And the problem isn't her. It's you. You're giving her all the power. You're constantly available. You're too eager. And you're showing her that she can take you or leave you. Let me put it another way. You're her plan B. She's got her eyes on someone else, someone she sees as high value, someone who's probably not even giving her the time of day. But when that guy doesn't come through, she knows she can fall back on you. You're always there, waiting for the scraps. And here's the most brutal part. You let her. You allow yourself to be treated like an afterthought. Why? Because you're afraid of losing her. But the truth is, you've already lost the game. The moment you let her disrespect your time, women don't respect men who are too available. Respect comes from scarcity. When something's rare, it's valuable. You're always texting back in seconds, always the first to call, always saying yes to whatever she wants. How is she supposed to respect you when you don't even respect your own time? Stop being a doormat. If she's not making you a priority, you need to show her that you have a life beyond her. The second you do that, you're no longer an option. You're a man she wants to chase. But here's where it gets even deeper. This goes beyond her. If you're always playing the backup role in your relationships, chances are you're playing that same role in other parts of your life. Whether it's work, friendships, or family, you're putting other people's needs above your own. You've been conditioned to believe that being nice, being available, and being accommodating will get you what you want. But it's not working, is it? In the world of relationships, nice guys finish last. It's not because being kind is wrong, it's because being too available, too nice, too accommodating shows weakness. It shows that you don't value yourself. And if you don't value yourself, how can you expect her to value you? Number 2, the power of emotional detachment. Now, let's talk about the most powerful weapon you can use in any relationship. Emotional detachment. And before you say, "Wait, I thought we were supposed to be emotionally available," let me explain. Being emotionally available doesn't mean being a pushover. Emotional detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you're not controlled by her reactions or behavior. Here's the harsh reality. The moment she knows she can control your emotions, she owns you. If she can make you anxious, jealous, or desperate just by ignoring your texts or canceling plans, she's in control. You're done. But when you become emotionally detached, when you no longer react to her little tests and games, you take back the power. Let's say you're texting a girl and she suddenly goes cold. No more cute messages, no more emojis, just one-word replies. Most guys would panic. They'd start overanalyzing every word, replaying the last conversation in their heads, wondering what they did wrong, but not you. Why? Because you understand that her behavior has nothing to do with you and everything to do with her. Emotional detachment means you stay calm and confident, no matter what happens. She doesn't reply to your text? Cool, you're busy anyway. She cancels last minute? No problem, you've got other plans. You're not fazed because your happiness doesn't depend on her. This is how you become irresistible to women. By being a man whose emotions aren't swayed by her every action. Women crave stability, and emotional detachment makes you a rock in the chaotic world of dating. And here's the kicker. Emotional detachment isn't just about handling her. It's about handling yourself. When you stop chasing validation from women, you free up your mind to focus on more important things. Your goals, your passions, your purpose. Women are naturally drawn to men who are on a mission. A man with a purpose is a man who can't be controlled. And that makes you dangerous in the best way possible. Number 3, setting stoic boundaries that demand respect. Here's the thing about boundaries. If you don't set them, she will. And guess what? Her boundaries won't work in your favor. Most guys think setting boundaries means being controlling or rude. Wrong. Setting boundaries is about self-respect. It's about communicating to her that you value yourself and your time enough to say no when something doesn't work for you. Picture this. She keeps texting you at 11:12 p.m. to hang out last minute. What do? If you drop everything and run over to her place, you've just shown her that you're willing to bend to her every whim. If you respond with, "Sorry, I'm busy tonight, but let's plan something for tomorrow," you've just set a boundary that says, "My time is valuable, and I'm not here for your last-minute booty calls." And this is key. Setting boundaries doesn't just protect you, it forces her to respect you. Women will test your boundaries to see what they can get away with. If you let her walk all over you, she'll lose respect for you. And once respect is gone, attraction follows. But boundaries aren't just about saying no to last-minute plans. They're about everything in your life. You need to set boundaries around your time, your energy, and your emotional investment. You need to be clear about what you will and won't tolerate in a relationship. If you're dating a woman who's still exploring her options, dating other guys while stringing you along, you need to set a boundary. You tell her, "I'm not interested in being one of many. Either we're exclusive or I'm out." That's a boundary. And if she doesn't respect it, you walk away. No drama, no arguments, just a clear understanding that you won't settle for less than you deserve. Number 4. Why actions speak louder in today's dating world. Most men are talking way too much and doing way too little. You spend hours texting, explaining yourself, reassuring her that you're the good guy. You're stuck in the endless cycle of trying to convince her of your worth. But here's a harsh truth. Women don't care about what you say. They care about what you do. You think you're making progress by telling her how serious you are about the relationship or how much you care, but to her, it's just noise. Women have been hearing the same lines from men their entire lives. "I'm different. I'm serious about you. I'm not like those other guys." She's heard it all before. And do you know what she's thinking while you're pouring your heart out? Let's see if he can prove it. Here's what you need to understand. Talking doesn't impress her. Actions do. You could write her a novel about your feelings, and it wouldn't matter as much as showing her through consistent, decisive action. When your actions speak louder than your words, you're telling her that you're a man of integrity, a man who doesn't need to explain himself, a toy tool, man who gets things done without having to broadcast it. Think about the men women are naturally drawn to. Are they the guys who are texting non-stop, showering her with compliments, and trying to convince her of their worth? No, they're the guys who do what they say without feeling the need to explain themselves. They're the guys who remain calm and composed, who don't seek her validation because they're already validated by their own actions and successes. That's what you need to become, a man of action. Number 5. Master the art of mystery. Women don't want a man who's an open book. If she knows exactly what you're thinking and what you're going to do, she's going to lose interest fast. That's why the art of mystery is so powerful. And frankly, most men today have lost it. We live in an age where everyone's glued to their phone, constantly sharing every little thought and feeling. If she can predict your every move, she's going to categorize you as just another guy. And trust me, the moment she can put you in that box, you've lost her interest. I'm not saying you should play games or lie to her. But what I am saying is this: stop being so predictable. Predictability is the kiss of death in relationships, especially in the early stages. You've got guys out here texting her good morning, good night, and updating her every hour about what they're doing, every single day. Newsflash: this isn't romantic. It's boring. It's suffocating. When you constantly shower her with attention, you're not giving her the chance to miss you, to wonder what you're doing, or to even think about you. You're killing her curiosity, which is the fuel of attraction. Imagine she texts you, "Hey, what are you doing tonight?" Now, most guys would jump at the chance to tell her every little detail of their evening, hoping she'll join in. But here's the thing. Don't tell her everything. Leave some mystery. Instead of saying, "Oh, I'm just watching TV and hanging out. Want to come over?" Say something like, "Got a few things going on. Might be out later. How about you?" Now, what have you done? You've flipped the script. Instead of being an open book, you've created intrigue. She doesn't know exactly what you're doing, and that uncertainty will make her think about you more. You've planted a seed of curiosity, and that's the key. You want to be the man she's constantly thinking about, the man she's trying to figure out. If she knows where you are, what you're doing, and how you feel every second of the day, you become predictable, and predictable guys are forgettable. Remember this: attraction is built in the unknown. She's not fantasizing about the guy who texts her every 5 minutes. She's fantasizing about the guy who's hard to pin down, the guy who's living his life and isn't always available for her beck and call. Number 6. Reclaiming your time. One of the biggest mistakes men make in relationships is constantly rearranging their lives to fit hers. Let me tell you this: a man who doesn't value his own time will never be valued by a woman. Period. If you're always available, always waiting for her to call, always dropping your plans to accommodate hers, she's going to start taking you for granted. And once that happens, you're finished. In today's dating scene, women are used to men bending over backward to please them. They've got guys lining up, willing to sacrifice everything just for a chance at her attention. But here's the truth: women don't respect men who are too available. They respect men who are on their grind, men who have a purpose, men who aren't afraid to say, "No, I can't make it. I have other plans." You need to show her that your time is just as valuable as hers, if not more. If you're constantly making yourself available, you're telling her that her time is more important than yours. But the moment you put your own life first, something incredible happens. She starts chasing your time. She starts respecting you. She starts realizing that she can't just snap her fingers and expect you to drop everything for her. When you reclaim your time, you reclaim your power. Don't be afraid to make her work for your attention. Make her earn it. Because the truth is, a man who values his own time is a man that women fight to be around. Number 7. The reciprocity rule. This is where most men go wrong. You're giving her everything: your time, your attention, your energy. And what are you getting in return? A couple of half-hearted texts? Maybe she's still dating other guys? If you're not getting back what you're putting in, you're being played. And here's the thing: it's your fault. You're teaching her that it's okay to give you the bare minimum. You're teaching her that you'll settle for scraps. And guess what? She'll keep feeding you those scraps as long as you accept them. Here's a harsh truth that most men don't want to hear. Women are masters of effort management. They know exactly how much they need to give to keep you around without giving too much. You think she's too busy to text back? Too busy to make plans? Wrong. She's giving her time and attention to someone else, someone she views as a priority. And the reason you're getting half the effort is because you've taught her that you're okay with that. You've shown her that you're willing to accept whatever crumbs she throws your way, and she's happy to oblige. It's time to stop being so accommodating. If she's not putting in the effort, you pull back. It's that simple. Most guys think they need to keep trying harder, keep giving more, keep chasing. But that's exactly the opposite of what you should be doing. If she's not reciprocating, it's time to let her feel your absence. Women respect men who demand reciprocity, men who aren't afraid to walk away if they're not getting the same energy in return. This is where you take back your power. Say you've been dating a woman for a few weeks. At first, she's enthusiastic, texting you, making plans, showing interest. But as time goes on, her effort starts to fade. Suddenly, you're the one always reaching out, always suggesting dates, always initiating. And what do you get in return? A couple of lukewarm responses, maybe an excuse or two about how busy she is. Most guys at this point would start trying even harder. They'd start texting more, trying to see her more, doing whatever they can to reignite that initial interest. But here's what you should actually do. Pull back. Stop texting her. Stop making plans. Let her feel your absence. If she's interested, she'll notice the shift and start making an effort. If she's not, she'll disappear. And that's exactly what you want. Because a woman who doesn't reciprocate your energy is a woman who will never prioritize you. And let's be honest. Why would you want to invest in someone who sees you as a convenience? Number 8. Turning rejection into power. Most guys crumble at the first sign of rejection. She doesn't text back. She cancels a date. She ghosts you. And suddenly, you're questioning your entire existence. Stop right there. Rejection isn't about you. It's about her. And if she's rejecting you, it's a blessing in disguise. You might be thinking, but I really liked her. Doesn't matter. She was never really yours to begin with. If she had to reject you, it's because she didn't see your value in the first place. And that's her problem, not yours. Why? Because rejection is your greatest teacher. It's not a setback. It's an opportunity to level up. When a woman rejects you, she's doing you a favor. She's showing you exactly where you need to grow, where your weaknesses lie, and where your power truly begins. She's giving you the chance to reevaluate, grow, and move on to someone who actually values you. And here's the kicker. Rejection doesn't define you. It refines you. It forces you to become the best version of yourself. Here's the truth no one wants to tell you. Rejection is part of the game. You're not going to win them all, and that's okay. The reality is that most women will reject you, not because something is wrong with you, but because they have their own hidden agendas. They're chasing the highest value man they can find at the moment. And if you don't seem to fit that profile, right now, they'll move on without a second thought. And guess what? You shouldn't care. It's her loss, not yours. You need to stop seeing rejection as an attack on your worth and start seeing it as a mirror. What is this rejection showing you about yourself? Were you too available? Did you lack boundaries? Were you chasing her too hard? Whatever the reason, rejection exposes your blind spots. But instead of letting it break you, you need to use it to build you. This is where the Stoic mindset comes into play. You don't react emotionally to rejection. You don't spiral into self-pity. Instead, you analyze the situation coldly, logically, and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Rejection is freedom. It frees you from wasting any more time and energy on someone who doesn't see your worth. Every time a woman ghosts you, cancels on you, or tells you she's not ready for a relationship right now, you should be thanking her. Yes, you heard me. Thank her. She's just cleared your path for someone better. Someone who will actually value what you bring to the table. Next time you're ghosted or turned down, don't fall into despair. Instead, use that rejection as fuel to become an even better version of yourself. Because the truth is, the woman who rejects you today will be chasing you tomorrow. If you rise above and keep improving, the greatest revenge on rejection is success. Success in every aspect of your life. When she sees you thriving, leveling up, and surrounded by other high-value women, she'll regret ever letting you go. Number 9. Become her emotional anchor. Women are emotional creatures, constantly navigating through highs and lows, drama, and chaotic feelings. If you want to be irreplaceable in her life, you need to stop playing into that chaos and become the calm she craves. Most men make the mistake of reacting to a woman's emotional volatility. They try to fix her problems, match her energy, or, worse, get emotional themselves. That's exactly what not to do. You're not supposed to ride her emotional roller coaster. You're supposed to anchor it. Here's the harsh truth. Women will always seek the man who remains calm in the storm. Why? Because women need stability in a world where their emotions are often in flux. When you don't react to her mood swings, when you don't allow her drama to pull you into the chaos, you become the man she can rely on. Think about it. Every other guy is blowing up her phone, overreacting, getting needy, or, worse, becoming insecure when she gets emotional. But not you. You're grounded, unshaken, and unaffected. That's your power. When she's spiraling, you remain composed. You're the guy who doesn't flinch, who isn't fazed by her emotional waves. And trust me, that is what makes you stand out. Once she realizes she can turn to you for stability, you become irreplaceable. Every storm she faces will lead her back to you. And that's how you become the anchor in her life, not just another guy who's lost in the waves. Number 10. The scarcity principle. Here's the cold truth. The more available you are, the less she values you. It's a harsh reality, but one you need to accept if you want to truly become her priority. Think about it. If she knows you're always going to be there no matter what, why would she feel any urgency to make you a priority? Why would she fight for your attention when you're always giving it away for free? Women are hardwired to be attracted to men who have things going on in their lives. Men who aren't just sitting around waiting for her to call. If you're always there, answering her texts within seconds, dropping everything just to see her, you're showing her that your time isn't valuable. And if your time isn't valuable to you, why should it be valuable to her? You need to create scarcity in your availability. Stop being at her beck and call. Stop making yourself so easy to reach, so easy to predict. When you're constantly available, you're not just killing attraction. You're telling her that you don't have anything more important going on in your life. And that's the last thing a high-value woman wants in a man. Think about the guys who have the most success with women. They're busy. They have purpose, goals, ambition, and women have to fit into their lives, not the other way around. When you're less available, she has to work harder for your attention. She starts to wonder what you're up to, why you're not always around. And that's when she starts prioritizing you. It's about shifting the dynamic so she's investing more in you. Scarcity creates demand, and that demand makes you irreplaceable. Number 11. Cultivate unshakable confidence. Confidence is the cornerstone of attraction. Women are naturally drawn to men who exude self-assurance and believe in their own worth. But here's the catch. Confidence isn't something you can fake. It's not about pretending to be someone you're not, or putting on a show. True confidence comes from within, from knowing who you are, what you stand for, and what you bring to the table. Most men make the mistake of seeking validation from women. They think, if she likes me, then I must be worthy. But that's backward. Confidence starts with you. It's about being comfortable in your own skin, owning your strengths, and accepting your flaws. When you stop seeking approval and start living authentically, you radiate a magnetic energy that women can't ignore. Here's how to cultivate unshakable confidence. Focus on your strengths. What are you good at? What do you bring to the table? Write it down and remind yourself daily. Stop comparing yourself to others. Confidence dies in the shadow of comparison. You're on your own journey, and your value isn't determined by anyone else's standards. Take action. Confidence grows when you step out of your comfort zone and prove to yourself that you can handle challenges. Whether it's approaching a woman, pursuing a goal, or standing up for yourself, every small win builds your self-belief. Remember, confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about being secure in who you are. When you walk into a room knowing your worth, women will notice, and they'll want to be part of your world. Number 12. Build a life. She wants to be part of. Here's the ultimate truth. Women don't want to be your whole life. They want to be part of a life that excites them. If your world revolves around her, you're not only putting too much pressure on the relationship, but you're also making yourself less attractive. Women are drawn to men who have a sense of purpose, passion, and direction. They want to join a journey, not become the destination. So, ask yourself, what does your life look like outside of her? Are you pursuing your goals? Are you building a career, a business, or a passion project? Are you surrounded by friends, hobbies, and experiences that make you come alive? If the answer is no, it's time to start. Here's how to build a life she wants to be part of. Define your purpose. What drives you? What are you working toward? When you have a clear sense of purpose, you become a man who inspires others. Invest in your passions. Whether it's fitness, art, travel, or entrepreneurship, pursue what lights you up. Passion is contagious, and it makes you irresistible. Create a fulfilling lifestyle. Build a life that excites you, one filled with adventure, growth, and meaningful connections. When she sees how much you're thriving, she'll want to be part of it. The key is to make her an addition to your life, not the center of it. When you're living a life that's full and fulfilling, you become the kind of man she can't afford to lose. And more importantly, you become the kind of man who doesn't need her to feel complete. All right, let's get real for a second. Everything we talked about today comes down to one simple truth. If you don't respect yourself, no one else will. Women don't ignore you because you're not good enough. They ignore you because you're acting like you're not. You've been conditioned to believe that being available, being overly nice, and bending over backward will make her see your worth. But the hard truth? It does the opposite. The more you chase, the less value you have in her eyes. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to keep waiting, hoping, trying to convince her to choose you? Or are you going to become the man she has no choice but to respect? Because the moment you stop seeking validation and start living for yourself, everything shifts. This isn't about being cold or playing games. It's about being in control of yourself, your emotions, and your life. When you do that, you stop being an option and become the only choice. Women are naturally drawn to men who move with confidence, who have a purpose, who don't let their emotions dictate their actions. That's the kind of man you need to become. So, if today's message hit home for you, don't just nod along, apply it. Start focusing on your mission, your growth, and your self-respect. And watch how people, not just women, but everyone, start treating you differently. If you found value in this, hit that like button, subscribe for more content like this, and drop a comment below on what resonated most with you. I want to hear your thoughts, your experiences, and how you're going to level up from here. This is Simple Life, reminding you, you don't need to chase, you need to lead. The right people will follow. I'll see you in the next one.